I'm Ranger Kim. Thanks for joining me for this virtual Junior Ranger activity. Today, we are going to discover one of Crater Lake's most important trees, the Whitebark Pine. I'm standing on the rim of Crater Lake on this hazy August day, and if you ask me, a majestic view of Crater Lake is only complete with a windswept whitebark pine in the foreground, like this one next to me. Whitebark pines are twisted trees that grow on the park's harshest landscapes, on the lake's rocky rim, and atop the park's highest mountain peaks, like Mount Scott behind me. I love whitebark pines because they teach us about resilience. They're strong enough to survive where other trees cannot. They can withstand the park's long winters, harsh winds, and deep snow. Did you know that Crater Lake gets about 42 feet of snow every winter? That's 8 times taller than I am. That's a lot of snow. So as you can imagine, it's a harsh life, but whitebark pines survive. These trees certainly add beauty to Crater Lake's landscape, but they're also important for the park's habitat. Whitebark pines are what scientists call a keystone species. This means that they provide food and water that help other plants and animals survive. Their nutritious seeds are a great source of food for golden-mantled ground squirrels, black bears, and many birds, like Clark's nutcrackers and mountain bluebirds. Bald eagles and peregrine falcons scan for prey while perched atop their branches, and elk, grouse, and snowshoe hares build homes in their forests. New plants grow beneath their shade, and their hardy roots even provide support for the steep walls that surround Crater Lake. Whitebark pines have survived on the rim of Crater Lake for thousands of years, but over the last few decades, they've been facing new challenges. One of those challenges is a disease called white pine blister rust that often kills whitebark pines. It's caused by a fungus that grows on the tree and, at times, shows up as small white blisters on the tree's bark. The disease eventually stops the tree from sending water and nutrients from its roots to its branches, and so the tree dies. This fungus is not native to North America. Over 100 years ago, it was brought over from Europe by people who were transporting infected trees overseas. Because the fungus is not native, whitebark pines don't have any natural defenses to protect themselves from the disease. But white pine blister rust isn't the only thing attacking whitebark pines. Tiny beetles called mountain pine beetles attack the trees by eating away at their inner layer of bark. Like blister rust, mountain pine beetles stop the trees from sending water and nutrients from their roots to their branches. But unlike blister rust, these beetles are native to North America. In fact, mountain pine beetles usually play an important role in the forest life cycle by attacking old or weakened trees, allowing new forests to grow. However, as the Earth's climate has warmed, the western United States has experienced warmer winters and hotter, drier summers. This has caused an explosion in the number of pine beetles attacking and killing many trees in forests out west. These new challenges were created by humans, so whitebark pines might need the help from humans to overcome them. Even the most resilient trees need a little help sometimes. The park scientists help protect whitebark pines by monitoring the trees. They find individual trees that are naturally resistant to blister rust and collect their seeds. Then they plant new trees grown from the resistant seeds, just like the whitebark pines here at Rim Village. The white pouch attached to the trunk of this whitebark pine contains a bark beetle repellent. Park scientists put the repellent there to protect this tree from beetles. It's kind of like how you might use mosquito repellent to protect yourself from mosquitoes. We hope that with time, these actions will help whitebark pines thrive once again. Whitebark pines inspire me to look for resilience in my everyday life, so I encourage you to do the same. Where do you see resilience in your life? Maybe you'll find it in the flower growing through a crack in the sidewalk. Maybe you'll find it in your family members, friends, or community during difficult times, and maybe you'll even find it within yourself. Now that we've learned a bit about whitebark pines and resilience, I invite you to make your own whitebark pine at home. Imagine you're a pine on the rim of Crater Lake. What would you look like? What would you see? What hardships would you endure? What beauty would you witness? Write a story, draw a picture, or create a model of your whitebark pine. Once you're done, you can download and print a virtual Junior Ranger badge from our website. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.